Here we have a problem on angles. Okay, let's go to the question. There is a figure given here. In the figure above, ray OB bisects the angle measure COA. If angle measure DOB equals to 11x positive 6 and angle measure COA equals to 8x negative 12, what is the measure of angle DOC? Okay, so here the ray OB bisects the angle measure COA. That means this OB divides the angle measure COA into two equal parts. So here the markings over here indicate the angle measure COB and the angle measure BOA are equal. Because angle measure COA is bisected, that is divided into two equal parts by OB. And the measure of angle DOB, this is given, that is 11x positive 6. Okay, so we have to find the measure of angle DOC. So this is the angle measure we have to find. Okay, so here the measure of angle COA, that is this angle measure is given. There is measure of angle COA equals to 8x negative 12. Okay, so to get the measure of angle BOA, what I need to do is I have to divide the measure of angle COA by 2. So because the measure of angle COA has been bisected, that is has been divided into two equal parts by the ray OB. So if I want to get this angle measure BOA, I have to divide this angle measure COA by 2. So measure of angle BOA equals to 1/2 times measure of angle COA. And already we know that the measure of angle COA, that is 8x negative 12. So 1/2 times. So both 8 and 12 are multiples of 2. So we can factor 2 out. So if I factor 2 out, so I'll have 4x over here. If 2 is factored out from 8x and negative. If 2 is factored from this 12, I'll be getting 6 over here. This 2 will cancel out. I'm getting 4x negative 6. So the measure of angle BOA equals to 4x negative 6. So this angle measure is 4x negative 6. Okay, so once we solve for x, so we'll be able to solve for the measure of angle DOC. Okay, here, so the angle measure over here, I mean this angle measure, this is an angle on a straight line. It measures 180 degree. And the angle measure 11x positive 6, that is a measure of angle DOB and the measure of angle BOA. So these two angle measures together form an angle on a straight line. So since these two angle measures 11x positive 6 and 4x negative 6 together form a straight angle, so they must add up to 180 degree. That is 11x positive 6 and 4x negative 6 must add up to 180 degree. So because this one and this one together form an angle on a straight line. Okay, now we can add them. That is 11x positive 6 positive 4x negative 6. So must be equals to 180. So this negative 6 positive 6 will cancel out. When I combine 11x and positive 4x, it will be 15x equals to 180. Okay, now I divide both sides by 15 to solve for x. This 15 will cancel out. I get x equals to, so 15 goes into 15 one times and 15 goes into 18 one times. I have 3 left in 18. If I take the 3 along with the next digit, it will be 30, sorry. So 15 goes into 30 twice. So the value of x is 12. Okay, now I got the value of x, that is 12. So when I plug in x equals to 12 over here in 4x negative 6, what is the value for 4x negative 6? So 4x negative 6 equals to 4 times, we can plug in 12 for x, negative 6. 4 times 12 is 48, negative 6. I get 42 as the angle measure over here. So the angle measure over here is 42 degree. And what is the angle measure over here? So this one also must be 42 degree. So because, so the angle measure here and here are equal. So I got the angle measure over here 42 degree and here 42 degree. But my aim is to find the measure of angle DOC. So here the measure of angle DOC and this 42 degree and this 42 degree. So these three angles are together form a straight angle. So these three angles must add up to 180 degree. So that is the measure of angle DOC, positive 42 degree, positive again 42 degree equals to 180 degree. So the angle measure over here, here, here. These three angles together form a straight angle. So the three angles add up to 180 degree. So measure of angle DOC positive, 42 positive 42 will become 84 equals to 180. So let's subtract 84 from both sides to get the measure of angle DOC. So when I subtract 84 from both sides, positive 84 and negative 84 will cancel out. So measure of angle DOC equals to, when I subtract 84 degree from 180 degree, I'll be getting 96 degree. So the measure of angle DOC is 96 degree. The correct answer choice for this one is option B.